What we just saw in Colombo was one of the clearest statements of dominance in modern India-Pakistan cricket. India didn't just win, they crushed Pakistan by 61 runs in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026 Group A clash at the R. Premadasa Stadium. From the moment India batted first, they looked in control, and Pakistan never truly recovered. This was a result that didn't just reflect one match, it reflected a broader trend of Indian superiority in the big stage T20 cricket. India posted a solid total of 175 for 7 in their 20 overs, and that was largely because of a spectacular innings from Ishan Kishan, who smashed 77 off just 40 balls with 10 fours and 3 sixes. Kishan's strike rate of nearly 193 was critical on a pitch that wasn't a flat batting paradise. It was slow and offered assistance to spin. Yet, he wrote his timing and placement beautifully. Suryakumar Yadav, the Indian captain, also contributed a useful 32 off 29, while Tilak Varma chipped in with a calm 25. By the time India finished their innings, they had not just had a defendable total, they had momentum and the psychological upper hand. Pakistan's bowlers toiled, but none could consistently choke runs or take wickets at crucial moments to put India under sustained pressure. Pakistan's chase never really got off the ground. When you need 176 to win, you usually want a solid power play and recognised batters to set the tone. But Pakistan lost quick wickets early, and their top order never built the kind of partnerships needed to chase that sort of a target. Only Usman Khan, 44 off 34, showed some sort of resistance. But once the likes of Hardik Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah and Axar Patel got into a rhythm, they kept chipping away at the scoreboard. India's bowlers were clinical right from the first over. Pandya and Bumrah especially struck early, ripping through Pakistan's top order and leaving a fragile batting lineup with too much to do too early. Pakistan were bowled out for 114 in 18 overs, handing India a commanding 61-run victory. Now let's talk about key player performances, because this game wasn't just about the big score. It was about the execution under pressure. First, Ishan Kishan. That innings wasn't just big, it was purposeful. He didn't just swing for the fences, he picked his moments beautifully. Kept India ahead of the required run rate, didn't let the slow pitch dictate terms. That's the kind of innings that turns fixtures into one-sided contests. On the bowling side, Hardik Pandya and Jasprit Bumrah were outstanding. Both took crucial wickets early in Pakistan's chase, and that's exactly what you need against a fragile chase. When you strike early, you put the batting side on the back foot. And that's exactly the scenario Pakistan found themselves in here. Now that we've understood the context of this game, let's dig into something a lot more serious. One of the main reasons India keeps winning these matches, especially at big tournaments, is their mental strength. When you play Pakistan in a World Cup, there's immense pressure, hype, and expectation from fans on both sides. But the Indian team has developed a consistent approach to these games. Stay composed, don't get sucked into the emotion, and stick to your plans. Kishan didn't panic after early dot balls. Bumrah didn't get nervous when Pakistan showed signs of resistance. This speaks to a culture of execution over spectacle, when players focus on what they can control, not on cheering crowds, social media noise, or pre-match drama. Pakistan, on the other hand, have often come into big fixtures with different kind of noise around them. Social media hype, political drama, strong statements, and a lot of pre-match commentary about the intent and rivalry. But when the real pressure arrives, that noise doesn't translate into performance, and they always get stuck behind the 8 ball. If you step back and look at the numbers, what we saw in Colombo is part of a wider trend. India's win in this match extends their dominance over Pakistan at the T20 World Cup. They are now 8-1 head-to-head in World Cup clashes. That's not luck, it's consistency. India knows how to play the big games, and they've been doing it for years. Pakistan's lone victory in the string is a reminder that they can upset India on their day, but those days have become rarer. The team often gets hyped up on emotion, social media buzz, and pre-match drama, especially around rivalry games. But that doesn't inherently improve skill execution. Cricket's still about discipline, strategic thinking, and clutch performance. And in this game, Pakistan lacked all those elements. It's also worth pointing out that Pakistan's inconsistency is not just batting or bowling problem. It's a strategic one. Their decision making in the middle overs, ability to handle pressure, and clarity of roles are frequently inconsistent compared to India, who regularly back players to specific roles with clear plans. In high pressure World Cup matches, tactical discipline is everything. India's game plan was clear: get a competitive total, take early wickets, and apply pressure through disciplined bowling, and don't allow partnerships to blossom. They executed all 4 phases flawlessly. Pakistan's approach, by contrast, seemed reactive rather than proactive. They never built it around a clear batting plan once early wickets fell, and their bowlers struggled to adapt when India's key batters started timing the ball well. That's just not poor form. That's lack of pressure handling and tactical flexibility at critical game moments. So what do we take away from all this? India's win was convincing, but it was built on execution, discipline and calm under pressure. Pakistan's loss highlights a recurring pattern, a gap between off-field hype and on-field performance. Big fixtures like these test not just skill but temperament, clarity of plans and the ability to stick to those plans when the stakes are the highest. India have shown again that they know how to rise to the occasion. Pakistan still have incredible talent, but until they master consistency and strategic discipline, not just social media hype, results like these are going to likely to keep happening. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.